Welcome back to the Grim North. This is our 4th episode of our D&D game set in the modern-day city of Cresta, a loving parody of the city we get to call home, Manchester. My name is Mist, and I'll be your games master, and welcoming back these wonderful, fantastic players. We have Zoe.
Hey!
Taryn.
Howdy.
Yaz.
Hello.
And Elaine.
I'm Elaine, the bad boy of the group, who has recently fallen back into the wrong ways, and it's now catching up to them.
Ooh, scandalosa. By the end of the series, she's going to get locked up. Okay, things were quite exciting last time. There was lots and lots of lore dropped and things discovered.
Yes,
So I guess we better find out what's going to go on in this next episode of The Grim North, The Cresta Files.
The city of Cresta sits under a persistent cloud, the oppressive rain lashing down on its inhabitants. The citizens working for the conglomerate of industrialists, rulers of this metropolis powered by warpstone. From the daytime drudgery to the neon nightlife, crime persists throughout. Trickling down from the corporate offices and glass towers to the sewers carved into the bedrock. Aloysius Grimm has been charged with forming a team of investigators to tackle the problems the city guards cannot. Murder, monsters, magic and mayhem. Welcome to the Grim North.
Okay, so you know how I like to start this off, guys. I'm going to ask you a nice little simple question. And the question today, starting off with our dear Zoe, as usual. You've just had a lovely experience in the swankier side of town. And seeing all those people out there in their nice little office jobs, drinking cocktails, that's their idea of a good night out. What's Wicca's idea of a good night out?
Oh, where would Wicca like to drink their liquor?
Love that.
Beautiful.
I think Wicca is definitely not a club person. I think their idea of a great night out would be with friends in a quiet pub. Maybe there's been a band on earlier in the evening, watched the band play, enjoyed a handful of drinks, home and in bed for a respectable time, living with her parents still in her 40s, but she's in Eladrin, so that's cool and that's fine because she's part elf. So yeah, she's got to creep up like 4 flights of stairs to get to the attic. Doesn't want to be waking Barb and Harold on the way in. So that's Wicca's game, I think.
How well does that work when you're bringing somebody else home?
Oh, it doesn't happen. If anything like that's going on, we're going to theirs.
So, okay, what's Dizzy's idea of a good night out?
Oh, man. I think, so Dizzy grew up sort of like in a kind of a sheltered environment, like sort of a small town situation. And so when she did finally leave and like go to university and start working on her alchemy degree, fully lost the plot the first 2 years of uni. Like almost flunked out. Because suddenly had no supervision, never drank anything before, didn't know what to do, and so like nearly failed. And so as a result now she's kind of like overcorrected hard in the other direction. So Dizzy doesn't drink anymore. But she does like if friends are going out, she still kind of likes going out with people. Maybe like I think she still enjoys like when the right tune comes on, she likes dancing and stuff. But she is very much sort of like I would have just as much fun going out and dancing with my friends as I would analyzing a specimen under a microscope at home with like an entire pot of coffee for myself.
Yeah, girl.
I imagine that, like, she, you know, when you go to uni and there's always those, like, couple of kids that come from, like, the, like, villages and stuff like that who don't really do, like, a huge amount of drinking, who always get absolutely, like, trolleyed in Freshers Week. And then you end up having to, like, call an ambulance and they end up having to have their stomach pumped in the hospital.
Yes. What would be Jail's idea of a great night out?
So Jail's a bit of a workaholic. He does work late, but every now and then his clients who, you know, he's grown friends of, like, you know, they'll invite him out to a certain bar in the rough area of town. So, you know, from the outside it looks a bit rough and quite seedy, but it's got a karaoke machine. And Jail does love a bit of karaoke.
Beautiful.
I love that.
Yeah.
love that.
So he's
What kind of era of music?
I mean, he's a big fan of the Police.
Okay.
You would expect
I love that that's ironic.
Or in Cresta's world, Bobby's.
the
Yeah.
Bobbies. Just obviously, he would, you know, he's got to keep it under the wraps, you know. Got to keep it cool and stuff. So he won't explicitly say it to people like, oh yeah, I like a bit of karaoke. It's just something.
But if it comes up, he's absolutely there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Could I? So for Jail, is it the like? When Jail gets up, does he belt a ballad? Like, can he sing, or is he doing karaoke the way God intended, where it's like doesn't matter how good you sing, it's just about the performance of it? Like
He's more for performance.
Yeah.
Jail loves karaoke.
this is the most important note.
Really important.
Elaine.
That's me.
It is. Same question to you.
Okay, so if you didn't know this, Keza has 3 kids and 3 jobs. So she doesn't get out much as she used to back in the day. But she does love going down to the local. It's a local pub where she'll see a bunch of people from the estate there, have a good catch up and a natter with them. If she's got a babysitter in, sometimes being at the local might turn into out. You know, because you're out and then you're out. You know, once it's after 8:30, it's too late to be staying.
Rules to live by. Rules to live
If it's
by.
after 8:30, it's too late. You're out now. So yeah, sometimes she'll head off into town, but only if she's got a babysitter, and she doesn't get to do that as often anymore. Sometimes she'll just pop to the local for the pub quiz. She never does great at the pub quiz. Tends to get in an argument with the quiz master, who, when she insists that she is correct, because she's always right, what she says goes, which never seems to work out massively in her favour. Had a few arguments with Sue, the landlady, over the years. But yeah, no, I think a good night out is just at the local chatting with some people from her community.
What's the name of the pub?
The pub is called The Bricky.
The Bricky.
The Bricky.
Sue runs the Bricky.
Sue runs The Bricky.
I've got to update my notes now. Where did we leave things off? Lots of law dumps.
Jimmy.
Hey, Jimmy.
We were going back to the office, weren't we?
We're going
Yeah.
to reconvene at the office
Yes.
and debrief, right?
So let's begin there. You all arrive in you've met up together and got back to the office, ready to make a brew, sit down, and discuss stuff.
I'll get kettle on.
Oh, Mickey, you're a gem. Should be some biscuits left over from earlier as well, if you want to pop them out as
Oh,
well.
definitely. I'll get a plate out, yeah.
Maybe we can have 2.
Oh,
2 biscuits.
couple of 2 biscuit debrief.
Oh yeah, 2 biscuit debrief. Love that.
Maybe she put in some bourbons.
Yeah.
You know it.
You will find that Hilda has restocked. There's even some jammy dodgers.
Oh, a jammy dodger.
Guys, Hilda's topped the cupboards up. Guys.
Dizzy does the same thing that I did as a kid. I think Dizzy's parents did the same thing, where it's the no thank you bite, where she's like, I'm gonna try everything, just to actually know if I like it or not, just to be polite. And I think she gets to the Jammy Dodger and she goes, no, thank you.
Waste not, want not. I do love a jammy dodger.
And then while you guys are putting tea on, I think she also gets a pin board ready and like starts like putting up some of the stuff that we learned when we were in the offices, and so we can compare with the stuff that you guys have. But like, are we
late night office immediately after?
I guess what I'm trying to figure out is, because we know that Grimm to a certain extent is kind of like hamstrung by, you know, all the businesses that have hired us, and Loumis being one of them. So I'm just sort of wondering, are we like in the official meeting room of the office, or are we like kind of tucked away somewhere?
I'd say we're tucked away.
The Grimm offices are, as I said, a reconverted mill. So there are official office spaces that are dedicated. Grimm's investigations are not the only business in the building. Really, there's an office space, a briefing room, an interrogation and an interview room, your little coffee and tea area. But where the lift is, or the elevator if you want to be fancy,
Toilet.
toilets, there is, because you're on some of the higher floors, there's like a really old school metal staircase from like the original framework outside. There's a little kitchen area that's more for all of the businesses to use, but it's really badly stocked and incredibly messy. And I would not use the cutlery in there. So you're quite glad you've got your own space in the offices. But there are open seating plan areas and other parts of the building where you could easily nip off to have a quiet discussion, but there might be other people around who could overhear, but be outside the office.
I think just sort of whatever space we can find that doesn't have I picture like the meeting room spaces are sort of like set up in a way where they're like kind of larger, and if you walk by, maybe there's like a big glass pane you can look through, see what's going on. So I think we just find a room where you can shut the door, even if we have to kind of cram in a little.
Don't you live above the offices?
do y'all? We got this meeting at my place. Absolutely, I've got a studio.
I mean, worst case scenario, you know, my barber shop's open. If we decide the offices might be a bit too.
We could, we can go to my room. That's fine. I think I cleaned.
Don't worry, I'll clean it.
Let me just, you guys finish making tea, and I'll be right back.
Do you want help?
Just run.
We'll count.
Oh, she's gone.
Just run.
We'll do that thing, where you count to 60, but you go 1.
So you make your way to Dizzy's flat then?
Yeah.
Which is basically getting into the lift and going up a floor.
I've done the thing where, because I'm huge, not huge, but I'm quite tall, I've done the thing where I know if I take the stairs 3 at a time, I will beat the lift, just to give me an extra 30 seconds to just hide some stuff.
Do some hiding.
Like, there's nothing I can do about like
All under the
the Erlenmeyer flask that drips onto the end of my bed, but I can at least like put all the dirty clothes away.
So, yeah, it's your flat. Tell everybody what it looks like. What do they see when they walk in after you've done 30 seconds worth of tidying?
I know exactly what this flat looks like because I've lived in one. Dizzy lives on her own and isn't from Cresta, and so just truly has not bothered to take the time to buy a bed frame or anything. So there is a mattress, and the partition for the bedroom is just like a curtain that goes across, right? So there's like a little bedroom area, which would have been fine, but then she just kept expanding her home laboratory all the way around. And so like the kitchen and whatever sort of like living space are one, right? It's not a full kitchen, just sort of a kitchenette situation.
What does it smell like?
Not rancid, but like definitely it has like a chemical sort of smell, when you go in, and the sense of like, how the more toxic a thing is, the sweeter they make it smell, right?
Yeah.
Because it like tells your brain like something weird's going on here, right? I think you just like you get a whiff of this weird cotton candy thing as you get closer. You're like, that ain't right.
Can
That
anybody
girl
else
ain't
smell
right.
Bakewell tarts? Like that. You know, they say like if a drink smells of almonds and it shouldn't, it's probably got cyanide in it.
Yeah.
Can anyone else smell Bakewell tarts right now?
What's cyanide?
Poison.
Right.
I mean, is it just me or does he have a bit of a hoarding problem?
I don't know if she's got a hoarding problem necessarily, unless you're talking about lab equipment. I mean,
Just don't ask to use my toilet.
Imagine you're just creating something in your toilet. like some kind of
like some kind of hooch.
I don't drink.
like a potion of some kind is being made. I'm terrified about where your experimental
My
elixir's come
experimental elixir. That's why I have to
every morning.
That's why it's a roll every day because I don't know what the toilet's gonna give me. No, she's not that gross. She's not gross. She's messy, but she's not gross. Like we're not back in the sewers.
No.
So what does he have for everybody to sit on?
Oh, there's nothing to sit on. I've never sat down in this room once before. Why would you need to sit? I don't stay here. She's got that mindset of like, I just sleep here, you know? And then I leave.
Right,
So-
so we're all sitting cross-legged.
Crisscross applesauce.
Dizzy, you've not got a bed.
I do. It's just over there. Pull the curtain back.
That. Do you want me to ask someone in the estate if they've got a spare bed for him?
No, it's fine. Look, and she like goes to like sit down on it, and like without laying down, you can tell that her feet hang off the mattress when she sleeps on this thing. She's just too damn tall.
She's a grown person with a like kid's single mattress.
Kendra's gonna try and make a note in a spell fax, but like take about like 5 minutes to do it.
Get dizzy.
I would pretend I don't see you struggling with the spell facts.
So you make your way into Dizzy's room and make yourselves as comfortable as you possibly can.
Wicker's come up in the lift with the tray, like, "Shh, don't spill in this lift."
It's time to talk business.
Yes.
We're in deep, guys. Like, we are off the books.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've got to be at this point.
I told you before, I've been off the books for a while. I don't really do a lot of reading. I tend to. I like a magazine.
No, I mean, as in, we could get fired, potentially.
Oh, well, that's not good. I've got 3 kids.
Yeah, so basically we just need to keep it in
Right.
secret.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
Well, what did y'all find about with Herman?
Well, I've written some stuff about what actually went down at the, what was the club called?
Club Costa.
Club Costa.
Club Costa.
Some interesting events, to put it mildly. Also, and Jail pulls out this coffee-logged, like, briefcase, and he just sets it down.
Oh, take those. I take the papers and I'm like, oh, I know what to do. And I like go over to like the one tiny window that I have, and you see like I pull this pane down, and I angle it just right, and so I'm starting to like dry the paper slowly, just like magnifying sunlight onto it. Just don't burn it. Just don't burn it. Don't burn it.
Herman mentioned. I think he said, "Boom, boom,
Boom, boom.
boomy, boom."
I've got 3
Jubilee
kids.
Square. Boom. But that was me.
What? Why does it matter, Herman?
Well, because he said he didn't see a wedding ring, and I was like, "What's wrong with me having not having 3 kids and not a wedding ring? What's wrong with being a single mother?"
Oh, is that why you threw the sparking water on him?
Yeah.
How dare he?
I know, rude,
How dare
right?
he?
Like, who does he think he is? Some kind of like fancy uppity office worker? Well, some of us aren't as lucky in life. You know, some of us have to work a bit harder. You know, get our hands dirty.
What a bastard.
I know.
So y'all said
always the quiet ones.
big boom jubilee.
But boom, boom, boom. Fishman handed over information.
Well, I think we can close some loops here. So we found out that slimy son of a bitch, Jimmy the Fish,
No.
is involved.
Not Jimmy the Fish.
That slippery bastard. But before that, the big boom boom thing in Jubilee, that's so a long time ago. Apparently, y'all had the Loumis mill in the center of Cresta in Jubilee Square,
Right.
and something happened, some kind of explosion occurred, and that's why they moved the Loumis mill out of Cresta, right? And that was in the 1850s or so. And it looks like over the years that people have just sort of not forgotten, but they've changed the meaning of the Jubilee celebration, right?
Yeah,
So
because there's the Spring Fair every year.
The Spring Festival, yeah,
Got
yeah,
Spring
yeah.
Festival
it's the
Fair.
same time when that explosion occurred.
Oh, I had a great time there one year. Yeah, it was brilliant. I went out with Kimberly, my half sister, and we were just having a right good time, having a couple of drinks and stuff. And then it got a bit rowdy, and well, we both got arrested for a little bit. But managed to sweet talk our way out of it, so it all worked out okay in the end.
Yes!
What?
You got arrested!
When I was younger, I was very, unlike now where I'm a very calm and composed person.
Even you couldn't take that.
So I'm a very calm and composed person. I was a bit rowdy as a youth,
But yes, so the spring festival, the celebration, right, or the Jubilee explosion, as it was, I think Loumis has been doing just a lot of heavy lifting to get people to forget about that, big boom. And more to the point, the Loumis offices made a payment to the Storms Thunder Casino, right? They made a large purchase for it was a record. It was one of the stolen records that Jimmy managed to copy from the library.
How did he copy a record?
Well-
Like, what song was it?
No, Keza. Sorry, I meant not a record that you listen to
Right.
tunes on, but like a historical record. Right? It was an old book. I know you're off book, but it was an old book, and it was basically all the records of the Loumis factory from 1770 to 1900. Right, and so the Jubilee explosion falls almost square, not in the middle, but near the end of that sort of period. And they paid Jimmy 10,000 gold to get this record off of him.
That's a lot of numbers, but they sound big, so I'm like, that sounds important.
I think basically the Loumis offices are desperately trying to cover up this explosion, and I reckon it has something to do with that purple warpstone runoff that we found.
What did the purple warpstone do again?
Oh, it blew up my equipment.
Oh.
You just sort of see, like, in the corner, like, since I've left the curtain open where the bed is, there's just like, sort of a singe mark on the wall and still some broken glass. I'm going to get to that. Don't worry about it.
I can clean that for you later.
Don't clean up for me, please. I feel so bad.
Well, I like helping out my friends.
So,
Tear.
what does it say in the papers in the briefcase?
Oh, right. Of course. Yeah. Because I got distracted. What information can I pick up from this coffee logged paperwork?
Mostly it's confirmation of already information that you've got from the computer. The one last element that you glean from this information in the documents that you managed to pilfer from our dear Herman. Formula.
Just formula?
Just formula.
Okay. So they're doing something.
The word is written in red biro, question mark, circle, circle, circle.
Like some maths.
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
I wasn't very good at it in school.
So basically, it sounds like Loumis, or well, Loumis in particular is trying to artificially create a new variety of warpstone.
I think that might be something. I don't want to jump to conclusions or nothing, but I genuinely was not doing I was trying to essentially determine that it was warpstone, the purple stuff. I wasn't doing anything crazy to it or nothing, and it just went off on its own. And so I think that might have something to do with the Jubilee explosion back in the
So
the
it's quite
1850s.
volatile.
But that was so long ago. That was, hundreds of years ago.
I mean, we did find that weird red warpstone in the basement of Bobbins
At one time.
way back.
But blue
Warpstones, that weird bloody.
Which
tin
clearly exists because I watched Derek Arakocra's
Derek
Psychic Files,
Arakocra,
and he
yeah.
has it all
Derek
the time.
Arakocra, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
Above table, because
Above table.
I've done some research on warpstone, and I know that colloquially, blue warpstone is effectively the sci-fi MacGuffin.
Yes,
right. It's just
absolutely.
in a sci-fi series, blue warpstone.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
With all the notes and everything that I've been doing, and I've never had access to active red warpstone, but I had the deactivated red warpstone.
Yes, yeah. Basically turned to slab.
The
yeah.
slab.
Yeah.
Do I think there's anything to that theory? Do I think that have I seen anything that could convince me that blue warpstone's a real thing? 'Cause I don't think so.
You saw it in TV shows like Muffy the Werewolf Slayer. It's
Can't be Muffy.
She also had tabaxi.
Oh, that's quite charged. Just Tabaxi's hunting werewolves. Oh no.
spiritualist sci-fi
Yeah, Dr.
shows.
What's it and his sonic spade.
Yeah, and Derek Arakocra refers to it anybody else who watched that show probably thinks it's like a glass bead that's been coloured blue because it's just too polished. But they swear blind that it's the blue warpstone that gets them in tune with their spirit guide and finds the spirits around them. He's just playing at being a leech, really, and just clearly doesn't have the powers. But yeah,
That's what you think.
I think that's what I think. But what I do is I get a little note and I write blue warpstone and I add it to the board anyway. I don't connect it to anything, but I add it to the board for Keza.
just to make you feel happy.
Just going back to what you said. So that explosion, it happened roughly when, about 100 years ago?
1850, so a couple of 100 years ago.
Because we're in real
2024.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Yeah.
So that record's been around for quite a while now, so why try to cover it up now?
Why were Loumis looking to buy their own records?
Why now? Why suddenly make moves in the last
3 months.
3 months?
I think they may have. All right. Dizzy gets the red string, gets the board. And she's like, all right, hear me out. So in the last 3 months, something's going on at Loumis factory, right? And they've worked for the past 100 or so years very diligently to change their history, their personal history about the Jubilee explosion. It is very likely that whatever they were working on in 1850, right, has either made a resurgence or perhaps they're perfecting it now, 100 years later, right, at their factory, which conveniently moved out of the city center and would be away from prying eyes for the last 100 years.
Yeah, didn't work on it for 100 years because they knew then they didn't have the technology to deal with it, whereas they might now.
Now, I reckon what happened was Loumis obviously has their own record keeping, but other people keep historical records for all sorts of reasons, right? It's no different than somebody owning a diary and just writing about the day of the Jubilee explosion. So I think I think they've, again, worked very hard to hide as much of that information as possible. And I think whatever this historical text was, they couldn't get to it because, of course, it's sort of like locked up in the library. And so I reckon Jimmy the Fish was contracted to get that text and actually copied a bunch of other texts to sort of throw people like us off the trail originally.
Yeah, because the other stuff he'd been copying was like Rattlespike, it's obviously the first work.
Of course.
Which is really old and important, but in terms of criminal significance.
Yeah.
To give the history on Gardell's library for the benefit of the people at home. Basically, Gardell's library has so many of historical important texts. It's a beautiful building, like lots of Gothic architecture and just rows and rows and rows and rows of just books everywhere. It's almost a thing to go to the library just to see the architecture itself. It's absolutely stunning. But it is a library at the end of the day, and it is full of lots of texts that go back many, many years. But it's a repository of artifacts as well. And there are certain tomes that are particularly important for the history of Cresta that are locked away and not for public view. They are historically important texts. They're the kind of things that you're only invited to go and see if you're a scholar, a historian, and you've got some very nice white gloves on, you know? And the issue that happened with Jimmy the Fish was they had conned the library into sending down copies to the central repository. There are not many copies made.
So I reckon with this information, we effectively have got 2 leads to follow up on right now. That isn't getting into the Loumis mill another time, because I think we'd like maybe a little bit more information before we just walk back into one of their buildings. There's obviously Jimmy the Fish, but he's in the wind. And so I don't think going to the Storm's Thunder Casino gets us anywhere.
Can I ask a question? When was the conglomerate formed?
The conglomerate was formed recently. I mean, not as in like 3 months ago recently.
But like even with bureaucratic paperwork and stuff, like maybe in the last 3 years, 5 years. Like,
yeah, absolutely. It's a very recent thing. They commissioned Aloysius Grimm, had to convince them to come out of retirement. There are other things that they're trying to do to better the Crestian society, or the Crestolian society. So there are different wheels moving in this mechanism.
So the conglomerate was obviously because they were unhappy with Cresta City Council, and that's why it was formed, right? So I'm just wondering if it maybe like this is something to do with like them trying to do stuff to make either one or the other make the other look bad in some ways. I don't know, like if they're at odds with each other, maybe.
Is the conglomerate going to attempt to do something
and
that
then
they know the guards won't be able to deal with?
Yeah. And then
And
they're
it therefore discredits the council and the guards further to help them push an agenda, be more powerful.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And then is Grimm in on it? And maybe or and that's why they
Grimm
brought
in on it.
Grimm in out of retirement. Like it's just some other things to throw out.
Make an insight check.
Okay.
And the only other thing I was going to mention before, then our only other sort of lead would be to try to go to the library and try to access the original sort of copy of this text and see if there's any other information that Loumis was trying to hide besides the explosion. But yeah.
14.
14.
Ooh.
You each have your own particular relationship with Aloysius Grimm.
Ow.
You've been invited to join this. Part of the reason Grimm investigations exist where the city guard failed, they are a person of reputation. As far as you are aware, with a 14, you're not going to know for certain. But your experience is that Aloysius is an upstanding gentleman. Remember what he did for your kids.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, he's sort of the anti-corruption sort of guy. Yeah, no.
Very old school, very hard as nails, very un-PC and get the job done. So maybe a little problematic in some areas, but honest.
Yeah.
He's a bit scary, but, you know, I am paying off my student loans.
Yeah, and he really helped me with Arcane, that time that Arcane got in trouble, and it wasn't him. Oh, you know.
Yeah, I don't think Grimm is...
Certainly not knowingly.
It's not like trustworthy or anything. I think he is trustworthy. I think he's in the dark as us.
Yeah.
I do think his hands are tied. Because at the end of the day, he's pretty much just a puppet.
Yeah, besides some of the other stuff we could look into, we could try to go talk to Grimm.
I've not spoken to Grimm for a little while.
Would one of you like to use your spell faxes to call Mr. Grimm?
Before we do,
Yeah.
let's not reveal our hand just yet. Let's instead see what he knows. let's not tell. Let's not. We won't mention what we've been investigating.
I think we leave out Purple Warpstone.
Warpstone, the explosion.
Leave out the explosion. Just be like, maybe we just sort of explain we're still we're concerned a little bit about we're concerned about the damage that, to the environment that the runoff is still creating at Loumis, and we weren't able to look into it further because we got called back.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Okay, so you're going to call up Aloysius Grim.
Aloysius Grim.
Okay.
Oh yeah, how are you doing, mate? Yeah, not bad. Yeah, no, it's good. It's going great. It's going great. Yeah, no, yeah. Look, I know it's a bit late, but I'm just here with the gang. You know, I get it. Like we've officially, closed that case, but it's just that that weird purple shit. It just doesn't sit right with me. I mean, it's quite, I just don't think it's good for the village, and I think we're all just concerned that if we leave it unchecked, we might have just more than a detective case in our hands. We might have some bigger problems. So just wanted to see if we can see if we can see if you've heard anything from higher ups or anything. Yeah. So, I mean, have you ever heard of Purple Warpstone? No. Look. I've just seen it in a cartoon. The one with the tabaxi. Yeah. No, I don't really know much about it. I went to juvie. Yeah. we didn't really get taught much about Warpstone, but it's a curiosity, I've just heard some people speaking about it. Right. In Loumis? And I'm guessing the city council doesn't know anything about this, right? And just to be clear, we're on our own for this, right? I get it. Your hands are tied. No, I completely understand. Just as long as we've got, the go ahead from you. Right. All right. Cheers for that, Al. Thank you.
What did he say?
I don't want to nitpick. There were like 3 things we said not to talk about, and Purple Warpstone was the first one.
Slip of the tongue. It was just a bit of a slip of the tongue. It's all right.
You said purple shit. We all panicked. We're like, he didn't say Warpstone. He didn't say Warpstone.
And then immediately, Purple Warpstone.
You haven't heard of Purple Warpstone? You went to juvie? Just casually part of the conversation?
Well, it was a very interesting conversation.
Yeah, sorry. Getting ahead of myself.
Right,
What did he say?
Grim is in the dark about all this stuff as we are, but he's also as curious as we are. And now what he's told me is that there is indeed a formula that turns yellow warpstone
Shut up.
into a volatile substance. Motherfucker. And he's heard that from a whistleblower in Loumis. As for purple warpstone, it has previously existed, but it's been missing for over 100 years. Loumis will not say anything further to him. He has inquired. They basically told him it's on a need-to-know basis, and if he keeps on asking questions, well, he doesn't want to know. We've got a job. We're on our own for this.
Right.
And
So Grim didn't give us this job.
no, so this is not officially Grim Investigations.
Got it.
This is us.
So this is off book.
Hey, Kaz!
I'm getting it.
And if we do get caught, we aren't going to get bailed out. But how do you all feel about a bit of burglary?
Or
I've never burgled anything in my life.
From who?
Loumis, their formula is in the office, and, well, our benefactor has asked if we can kindly,
Just a little.
yeah,
In the office, not the mill.
So, you guys were in exactly the right place.
Oh, mother.
Ah.
I'm going home. Told too much.
But now you know that there is a formula that has been missing for 100 years that turns yellow warpstone into a purple volatile substance. That is held in the Loumis offices. You know where it is, you know what it does, you know how dangerous it can be from your experiments, and the fact that it blew up most of the centre of the city about 100 years ago.
Holy
hell.
cow.
Aloysius is charging you with retrieving that formula
Off book.
off book.
Great. Oh, I
We
hate
are
this.
doing a heist, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh man, how much did he say anything about, like, does he want us to go now? Like did he specify at all, or do we have a little bit of time, or?
He didn't specify any time frames, but from what he sounded, it's not something we want to wait around. You know?
We've already done a bit of poking around.
Yeah,
I
and
think strike while the
and
iron's
there's no-
hot.
And
I mean, like we didn't really look like ourselves, but gang, 3 out of 4 of us have already snuck into this goddamn office.
I've never snuck into the office.
Or sorry, you're right. 3 out of 4 of us have been in the office.
Well, guess we've just got to go when there's nobody there, right?
To be fair, you have gone into the office, but you were not discovered
Yes.
to be anything awful.
Other than what we presented ourselves.
Exactly. Nobody's looking for those characters like you have mucked up in any way.
No, I know. It's just that for Dizzy specifically, she's like, I'm already bending the rules as it is. Doesn't feel great, and now I got to go do it again. With this information, now that I know A plus B equals C,
Yes.
and I have seen A, and I know what C is. If I kicked everybody out and just went to town with my chemistry set, like, does Dizzy have enough information that even with like her sort of like sometimes inflated overconfidence when it comes to alchemy, do I think I have enough information to work out how to transmute yellow to purple?
Like, what colour do you add?
Point at the blue warpstone post-it note.
You can either make investigation or history or arcana. Those
Yeah.
would work for what you're doing.
I'm gonna say Dizzy's dipping a little bit more into the arcana of it because she wants to understand the science and the magic.
Yeah,
behind
yeah.
it.
Can I attempt to offer the help action in any
How
way?
would you help in this situation?
No.
I'd love to know.
Can I offer the help action with my clearly great hypothesis?
You'll be rolling a disadvantage.
I say that the help action is all of you leaving. There's somebody screaming in the comments right now. If they had used their homunculus, they'd have something to give them the help action. I don't want a homunculus.
Hamana.
So close. It was so close. It's a 19 on the die.
Oh, okay.
That's my friend. That's a 26.
Yes.
I
love
am
that
a
being.
god.
So much brain.
As you review your notes and check out certain inconsistencies, and now you know the framework, the context of what's going on here, you can understand that the purple is a byproduct of the yellow having undergone some level of treatment.
Okay.
Something has been added to the yellow to convert it and create this
Okay. So the
purple sludge.
So it is not a 1-to-1. Yellow's being turned into purple. There's a missing piece that I don't have, and those two need to be combined. And then the purple runoff is obviously the byproduct.
How to describe it?
Without telling me what it is.
It's good old-fashioned yellow warpstone
Okay.
that has clearly undergone some level of chemical treatment. It's been altered, and that has changed this way into this purple stuff, which is a wholly separate thing and volatile.
Right.
They are the same thing, but one goes boom.
I think, it would be I don't think I have anything that I need to recreate this in my bedroom laboratory, but I do think
Please don't.
With your Fisher Price set.
The formula is clearly what does that.
what I think Dizzy does do, just to in however much time we spend prepping before a heist, because Dizzy doesn't need to do anything to prep. I'm just going to take all the same stuff I always take. But I think what I do is I basically I'll go out and find, because most devices run off of yellow warpstone. I'm just going to go and find just whatever appliances I can, and do the kid thing of mom's come home and they've taken apart the toaster, and so it's just
As every child's done at some point.
okay, sorry, I did when I was a kid. And I'm just gonna start taking apart appliances, grabbing whatever little bits of yellow warpstone I can. I've just set up 6 or 7 different experiments, and they're all just sort of scattered around the bedroom, just sitting there, and I'm just gonna let them run while we're away. Partly for my own curiosity, but then just so I can sort of just gain it, just hoping I can crack this formula on my own before we actually find it. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's me. I've talked a lot.
But it was all beautiful.
Aw.
Beautifully done.
You're a beautiful person, Terrence.
So, you have a mission. There is a formula. And so you have a chance to plan that out. Let's take a break.
Woo!
1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25. 26. 27. 28. 29. 30. 31. 32. 33. 34. 35. 36. 37. 38. 39. 40. 41. 42. 43. 44. 45. 46. 47. 48. 49. 50. 51. 52. 53. 54. 55. 56. 57. 58. 59. 60. 61. 62. 63. 64. 65. 66. 67. 68. 69. 70. 71. 72. 73. 74. 75. 76. 77. 78. 79. 80. 81. 82. 83. 84. 85. 86. 87. 88. 89. 90. 91. 92. 93. 94. 95. 96. 97. 98. 99. 100. 101. 102. 103. 104. 105. 106. 107. 108. 109. 110. 111. 112. 113. 114. 115. 116. 117.
Okay, welcome back. Is everybody ready for part 2?
Yep.
Okay, we're going to do this as a skill challenge. You've done these
Okay.
with me before, but just for the benefit of everybody at home, there's a certain DC level, and there's a certain number of successes you need to get in order to be successful.
Okay.
You can completely fail, partially fail, or be successful. We'll see how well you do.
Okay.
And this is the way it works. You can use any skill you like and come up with really inventive, juicy ways to use those skills. But in a round, if one person uses the skill, it is off the table.
Okay.
For the next round, if you've used that skill, you cannot use that skill again, but it's open for everybody else to use.
Oh no. Okay.
All right.
Because I am a kind and benevolent DM, whichever term you wish to use.
So benevolent, miss. So wonderful. It's so,
So kind and benevolent.
Yeah, I accidentally.
Where's the Miss Hates Cats? Post-it.
No. If anything goes truly, truly wrong, we also will allow you a chip each.
Ooh.
What?
If anything goes truly, truly wrong, you can use one of these chips and cash them in and flash back to being in the in Dizzy's apartment to where you were planning out this stuff and pull something out of the hat to resolve the issue.
Okay.
You have one of these each. You pass that down,
Yo.
Oh boy.
pass that down, pass that down, pass that down.
Boy.
So, we will do it in table order. Why not? No need to roll initiative for this.
Okay. Sure.
So, Zoe, what's Wicker doing to break into the Loumis offices and recall this formula from the locked lot?
I think I would like to use deception.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I would like to do that to create like fake IDs and fake passes with like really authentic names and permits for reasons for us to be there sort of in the night.
Absolutely. Okay, so you certainly have done your reconnaissance. You've been in this place already. You know what those look like, and you know the kind of names of the people that work there. Please roll.
As I have a forgery kit,
Ooh.
Oh, you're making a pitch for rolling with advantage.
I'm sure, yeah, can I roll that with advantage?
I will allow that.
Woo.
As I said, I'm kind and benevolent.
So
You
kind
were.
and
I said you
benevolent.
were.
We said that all along. That's what we've always been saying.
The kindest.
Yes.
Ooh, jeez.
18 on the dice becomes 22.
That is one success.
Woo woo!
Oh, man.
So what's everybody's fake name?
Dipper.
Because there already is a badge to get in.
It's so cheesy, but how about Fox?
Fox. Love it.
This is Fox coming in.
He has bought a fox mask. Just in case he needs to use it.
Okay, Dizzy, what's your skill going to be? Anything but deception.
Anything but deception.
That's fine. I can't deceive to save my life.
Wicker now goes by hemp.
Wicker has created fake IDs for us to get into the building. I think what Dizzy is going to be doing then to support her team is Dizzy is like pretty perceptive, and I know where we're going, and so I think what I want to do is I would like to use perception to basically just like keep an eye on our surroundings as we are making our way up to the appropriate floor.
To just avoid the right people.
Exactly. I'm like this, you know, the classic like boom, boom, boom. The camera keeps cutting and showing all the different angles of the heist movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, because I'm so tall, I'm just kind of like like slowing people down as we like come to T junctions and hallways and stuff, and yeah, just making sure, like just trying to make sure that nobody spots us. Largely just because I'm paranoid.
Please make a roll.
Dun, da, da, da. So it's a 13.
I am afraid that's your first failure.
Well,
Oh no.
Just so you're all aware, 3 failures is the automatic failure of the whole thing.
Oh boy.
do I? Oh man, 3 is
3 is not many.
3 is not
3
many.
is not many.
It is one of the lower numbers. Do I bail us out immediately?
I have a question about the chips.
Mm-hmm.
Can we give people our chips?
Oh, I've been kind of benevolent twice. I'll be kind of benevolent a third time. I will allow that.
So kind of benevolent.
I'll let you.
Someone's had a good sleep.
Yeah.
How do I? All right. Okay, no, I know what it is. Flashback.
Do not put any sound effects over that. Any edit.
It's just Wayne's World.
I think what it is that like before we head out, Dizzy is like, you're gonna be anxious, you're gonna be nervous, and there's only one way to solve this. She just starts pounding coffee back just to be just hyper aware while they're walking around. I know. It's destructive, but it works. And so I think just so that to make up for my poor perception roll, Dizzy's actually like over caffeinated, so she could just be like, I see everything.
Seeing noises and
You
smelling
time it
colours.
perfectly as you move through the corridors. Each camera that's perched up in different places, just at the right moment when it's turning and curving and looking in the other direction, that's when you manage to move forward. And every time somebody comes round who looks like they might ask too many sensitive questions, you just turn left down the other corridor and avoid them. It's stealthy, as much as stealthy as you can be.
I think at one point I get everybody to just like find an object or a box. And you know the thing where when somebody is like in a huff and like carrying something that looks heavy and you're just kind of like, oh, just get out of their way.
pick up a box and frown.
Yeah.
All 4 of you looking like you've just been sacked. So that's 1 failure cancelled out. We're
Yeah.
still on 1 success.
All right.
Jail.
See, Jail was going to break into the surveillance room.
You're not quite there yet.
Where's it located?
So it's several floors up. You've managed to make your way into the building and through a few floors and move your way to the left and stuff like that. So take it from there.
Okay. From the outside, are there like windows? I'm assuming there are windows.
There are windows. It's a huge glass building.
Well, Jail, being quite the rogue, is going to use his rope and piton to ascend.
You're going up out the outside.
Going out the outside.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So
Let's go.
which floor is the surveillance room on?
Oh, it's really high, man. It's really high.
Okay. Well,
We're talking like floor 20.
well, who dares wins? Right.
That's the next sticker.
Right.
Which
What
skill
were you
is
gonna
it?
do?
What do you use it? What do you use it?
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics, okay.
Yeah, all right.
17.
That is a success.
Like a,
Okay.
like just a success or like a success?
That's a success.
Oh,
Okay, you make your way up the building, and you are managing to get towards the 20th floor.
Get to a certain floor and we're just like,
no, we get to a certain floor, and I realize we get to a certain floor.
open a window for him.
I turn around and realize that Jael didn't come with us in the building, and I go, "Oh shit, we really should have talked about a plan."
Feel like we should have talked about a plan. Flashback.
You could use the chip for that. Okay, so that's 2 successes so far. We're not completed yet, though. Cousin.
3 successes.
No.
because I failed and just canceled it out.
Oh, okay.
So mine's
no.
an X. It's just a placeholder.
So it's all on you, Kez, no pressure.
Okay. So,
Oh, it's not 3 successes you need.
no.
Yeah, gang, he never said 3. We just
Yeah.
can't get 3 failures.
Yeah.
Why am I talking like Dizzy right now?
That's your normal
caffeine.
voice.
You're right.
There
Sorry.
is, the kind of benevolent thing has a line. It doesn't go that far.
So whereabouts are we in the building then?
So some of you have made your way into the building and possibly gone up the lift into the 20th floor. Somebody's decided to go up the outside of the building.
No, it's gonna pay off. It's gonna pay off.
It's gonna
Don't
pay
worry.
off. So yeah, you can make your way up there easily enough. You were there before without having to traverse glass and cold and crest the rain.
I imagine like because Kaz has like got the cleaning like sort of press, she's managed to like get up there like pretty quick, like maybe a bit quicker than like these guys.
So you've gone on ahead.
Gone on ahead.
Okay.
And
3-way split. Oh god.
she's gonna like stand outside the door to the where that surveillance room is, where I presume you would have told sort of Keza where it was and things like that. And she's just gonna stand outside, and just if anyone sort of looks at her weird, she's just gonna be like, "What?" And I'd like to roll intimidation.
You're keeping
Yes.
you're keeping everything clear.
Yeah, and I basically wanted everyone to just like, anyone that sort of even thinks about going down that road just sees an angry little red cobalt woman is just like, nah, not worth it.
Okay, please roll for intimidation.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Did you rage first?
Always raging. It's a 6.
Oh, bud.
That would be a failure.
Oh boy.
It's not a failure.
So, how in terms of your flashback do you deal with the problem of somebody coming up to you? You've tried to intimidate them and they've still challenged you. What is a cleaner doing in this area? I don't see any mess. I don't see any problems.
So we'll go back to the to Dizzy's. And obviously there's nothing more intimidating than a woman that's been crying. So I'm kidding. So Kez has got to put on like a copious amount of mascara and then like splash water on her face to make it like dribble down her face. So it looks like she's been like weeping. So it's like if a woman's like angry and crying, but like the last thing you want to go with someone who's angry. If she was just like sobbing softly, you'd probably go up and check on her.
Yeah.
But when it's like when they're angry, crying, just like, I want to leave that person alone. just let her like get it out of her system.
So yeah, this person who's come to challenge you, as soon as you look up and they can just see these two, they're like, you need
What?
just.
What?
I'll go find you some tissues, and they just.
I don't want any tissues. Leave me alone.
Okay, so we have 2 successes, 2 cancelled out failures.
Oh
You only have 2 chips left.
Yikes.
Oh,
Yikes. Not doing
Around the
good.
gang.
Not doing good, gang.
So we go to the top of the round, back to Wicker, who cannot use,
Deception.
but everything else is back on the table for you now.
I don't know how. I would like to roll a persuasion check.
Okay.
To convince
Go on.
to convince Jail to come in from outside. So that we can
No, this is all part of the plan. We've got something. Don't worry. We got this.
so that we can traverse up quicker. I'm just gonna open a window and be like, Jill, mate, get in here. We've stopped on 3 floors. So just wait for you to catch up at this point. If you come in, we're gonna get there. So, look, we've already called the lift. Please, just come in and get in the lift, and we could shoot up the next 10 floors in a round, right? We can do it so fast, please.
Do you remember old 60s Batman? When they just used to, and then just some comedy character would lead out.
I can be like, please, Jail.
So, the way I'll rule on this, depending on you, that would be a contested persuasion check. So you have to tell me whether you want to argue with this or agree. And if you want to argue with it, then you have to roll.
Jail's like, listen, I've got a plan.
Jail, please, Jail, I swear to God.
I've got a plan.
I trust the boy. I trust Jail. I'm with Jail.
You're gonna go against it. So roll a
Okay.
We're gonna roll contested.
It's you're trying to persuade
I'm
him.
trying to persuade.
Not 20.
That's the worst nat 20 that you
And what did you roll?
22.
What's your total?
Yeah,
no,
what's
because
your
you got a
total?
nat 20. What's the modifier?
+7.
Oh, sugar. Oh,
Sorry, +5.
So you've got 25.
Yeah,
I
25
rolled a
total.
16 plus 6, which is 22.
Not even close.
that would be a failure.
Wow,
And
you-
a success.
And a success.
I like how we're not helping ourselves.
So
creating our own
not only have you not convinced Jail, thanks to Dizzy bigging up, now he's even more convinced he could do some cool shit from the outside.
I believe it. The payoff on this is going to be so good.
If you hadn't contested, I was going to give you a free success.
Nah, the payoff is going to be great.
I'm sorry.
As soon as I was like, as soon as I saw it, I was
Hey,
like,
Yaz, you've got a backup character, right?
Because you're going to meet him if you carry on with it.
Well, he's currently on board and at the moment, but
He's on board.
yeah.
Oh, man.
Love Borden.
Okay.
I'm going to have to turn in my chip for that. I'm not taking that at all.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Flashback.
I can't believe this.
Flashback was like, right, Jail. So we're gonna go up this. We're gonna go up the service stairs, yeah. And I think I love the idea of being this full plan, and Jail's just like, what if I climbed up the outside and being like, listen, so we're gonna go up the stairwell, and it's gonna be so fast and so quiet because nobody's gonna be on the stairwell, right? So we're gonna go that way, and it'll get us there really, really fast. And that's what Wicker Hemp is continuing to try to do, but has had to stop to get Jail to try to come back inside.
Right, well, Jail finally caves in, but he's like, but I just need to get into the security room.
Okay. They're still going up the outside, but I'm like, fuck this. I'm just going to take the service stairs.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable nat 20.
Unbelievable nat 20.
I feel I should have thought this further through. Okay.
I'm going to die in an office building.
Don't we all?
Capitalism, eh?
Capitalism. Dizzy.
How close are we to the 20th floor at this stage?
At this stage, you are coming onto the 20th floor. You know where things are gonna be. You've managed to traverse yourself or past all the security. You're currently watching your colleague leaning out of a window, trying to convince your other colleague to stop mucking about and get in the building. You are on the floor you need to be.
What I would like to do is having a look-see. So what I'd like to do is I'm going to set up a series Dizzy is going to pull out all of her little Rubik's Cube devices for her magical tinkering, because they only take an action, right? So a couple of seconds for each of these, and I can have up to 5 going at the same time. And I want to blow them all. And what I'm going to do is basically set up an array of them where, like, there's one sort of like over in the kitchen or whatever the communal space of this floor is, right? And I just get Wicker to speak into it, and just like, and so it's just like every 6 seconds, about, you all right? You know, just like from the kitchen, right?
Okay.
There's another one over by the stairwell that's like, hey, over here, right? And so I basically want to create this feedback loop of voices so that if anybody is on the 20th floor, they keep getting distracted and going from one to the other. And I'd like to use my Arcana to do this because it's magic.
Okay, I'm down with that. And because you're using some of your equipment and flavor,
just all of them. I'm just getting rid. I'm marking off all
you
the charges.
fully can do that with advantage.
Thank Christ.
Okay. Oh,
Jesus. Well, all
Oh,
right.
boy.
It's Arcana though, so that's a 17 total.
That is a success.
Yes.
boy.
Okay, that's me.
Jail.
So, Jail is going to use, well, first of all, Jail's going to use his I Know a Guy ability, which lets him pull any item out of his backpack as long as it's like under 50 GP. And that item's going to be a bottle of chloroform.
I'm sorry.
Wait. Let him cook.
You know what?
Jail is going to use his, well, I want to roll stealth so Jail can
Bud.
a security guard, steal his clothes, and leave the poor naked dudes locked up into random rooms.
Just go full Metal Gear Solid and be like, I'ma have that uniform now.
Roll stealth.
It's in a box.
I feel like if Dizzy sees this happen, that she's just haunted the rest of the day.
That's an 11.
That's not it.
No, that's not going to do it.
An 11 is a fail, I'm afraid.
I would like to use my chip.
Last one. It's the last chip.
That's it. That's all floor gang.
I've never really gambled before, but I don't think we're doing it right.
So, turns out beforehand, Jail has reached out to a shady contact and bought a sleeping gas bomb. So it's much more potent than chloroform.
And a gas mask, I hope.
You know what?
Got your fox mask.
You know what it could,
Does have phosphorus.
you know what it could be is that you've got this like real shady chloroform, right? And then you're like talking to me about it before we go. And then I'm like, oh, whoa, hold on now. Hold on, let me look at that. And then I'm like, this might kill someone by accident. And then I just sort of tweak the formula for you a little bit, just so that way you don't accidentally murder a man.
So you just made me a tranquilizer.
I've sort of simplified your your
Watered it down a
yeah.
little
I've
bit.
watered down your Geneva Convention breaking knockout.
So Jail is going to use his improvised, well, Dizzy's improvised, let's call it a tranquilizer, to knock out a poor, unsuspecting bloke, strip him naked, leave him.
I mean, he can keep his pants, right?
Oh, no, Jail needs a full outfit.
Okay, I will allow that to happen, but it doesn't count as a success. You've just cancelled out the fate.
Yeah.
Okay?
So we are out of tokens. We have had
3 successes.
3 successes?
Yep.
3 successes so far.
And how many failures on record?
None.
No failures on
So
that.
from this point forward,
Time to change that.
no, we need to win, Elaine.
I'm not.
So, what's Keza up to?
So I think everyone's sort of like coming to like this area now where Keza's been outside
Yeah.
like hunting rich people off. Keza's just got to try and break the lock on the door so they can get in.
Okay.
So I've got to use my athletics to like try and like break it rather than like because I'm not trying to like fiddle with the lock itself. I'm just trying to break the door so we can get in.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
I'm screaming inside. Dizzy is freaking out. She can't see this, but somehow she knows.
Oh.
Nope.
It's a nat 20!
Yeah!
I think 3 nat 20s this episode.
Jesus.
So with my athletics, that's 27.
That's 2 successes, right? Oh!
Oh.
Have we found a new
It's actually. I was just trying to be.
I said I was about to change everything up. Not the way I thought I was going to, but.
And with 5 successes.
Shut up.
That is you guys completing that skill challenge.
Oh, buddy, failless.
Faultless skill challenge.
Did nothing wrong.
Absolutely nothing bad happened.
I am so sweaty.
Look at this, guys. Look. 4 NAs, 5 successes, no failures.
No failures.
No failures.
So,
My God.
you have had, shall we say, a misspent youth?
Yeah, like Keza, you know, she got into trouble quite a bit when she was younger. You know, she maybe when she was like in trouble at times, she was kind of a bit scared of she was quite scared of her parents and stuff. So when she was in trouble, she wouldn't necessarily go and speak to them. So things used to escalate rather than speaking to an adult. Then they just escalate, and that's why she's didn't have the best time growing up. Got into quite a bit of trouble, but you know, is trying to like raise her own kids differently, so that's not the case.
However, there are a certain set of skills that you learn from doing naughty things when you're younger.
Breaking into a couple of warehouses, you know, to have to drink and smoke and stuff.
And as fancy as all these key cards and automatic icons are, a lock is still a lock. And you recognise exactly how this works. And without any fancy flim-flam, you just grab it and there's a familiar, a skill not used in a long time, but it's almost like riding a bike, and you just click, click.
Bloke.
Shall I say that again?
Say again.
Slip of the tongue.
It's usually part of
I'm going to redo that. So,
No, absolutely not.
Leave it in.
so it's just like riding a bike, and you just grab hold of it, and the memory comes back of just how to snap this kind of lock, and you just tweak it in that right angle. You know it gives way.
Let's pull it.
And the handle comes off in your hand, and the door is open.
I'm like walking up with my multi-tool. Like, all right, and now I'll unlock the.
No, I've done it.
Oh, wait, what?
Do you want the lock?
I mean, sure. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but start taking it apart.
Well, I guess considering I'm dressed in as a...
You want to scout it out?
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
As you enter the room, it is another area that has got plenty of files. It doesn't take a mass amount of investigation to see that this is not the only door into the room.
Into the room we're currently in.
Yeah.
Okay.
In front of you, there is a desk. It's a bit like, you know, where banks have lock safes all over the place, and there's that big table where when you take it out, you just place your locked bank vault thing.
Deposit box type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A nice clean chrome table. But this is not a vacant chrome table.
What's on it?
There is one of those deposit boxes that is broken and smashed.
Oh.
No.
And the contents being empty.
And the contents being empty.
Mother.
And the opposite door open.
What truck was in the box?
I go to the other door. Do I see anything?
Make a perception check.
Oh, man. Gentleman's 20.
Woo!
Woo.
You see
I swear to God.
a team of people dressed in tight black gear, great turtlenecks, combat armor,
Oh.
trying to push forward a security door. And as they do push forward that security door, the alarms start going off. You are now at the center of a crime scene with an alarm going off.
Do your investigation. We're in a crime scene.
Oh.
I had a D4. No.
Oh, it's a 4 on the D4.
This is a history check, actually. So, oh boy. How does 14 sound?
A history check, sorry, for...
DC for using my true crime expert. I'm being dumb. I'm being dumb.
You are in a crime scene, but... okay.
Yeah. And we're committing the crime.
We can
Oh no, 15! It's a DC 15 check.
Yes.
And if I pass the DC, I
Yes.
get one little useful bit of info.
Oh, you just got to give her a nugget.
Just a little nugget. I think I want an identifying mark off of the team running away.
Okay. They are in very plain uniform. They do look sophisticated and well equipped. They are not exactly wearing identifiers. But you can see on the floor there is an ICANN.
You want to go over and grab it? See whose it is?
It doesn't give you a name of an individual, but it does give you the name of a company.
Loumis.
It's not Loumis. It says Y.E.S. YES.
YES.
Mm-hmm.
Hell is
Something we should know?
I got. If this is a local thing, just right over to. More importantly,
Should we apprehend them?
yeah, do we grab them or are we just gonna like just hit the?
I mean,
bricks?
they've got the formula, right?
Yeah, right. In for a
So-
penny, in for a
Oh,
pound.
is that what was on the box?
I think. Oh, Kez.
Should passive insight again?
Underneath YES, it says very clearly Yondala Enterprise Systems.
All right. Well, we'll come back to this. Let's go get them.
How far away are they from us?
Oh, they're proper down the corridor.
So
So-
more than 10 feet.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Or are we just going to
Damn it.
chase
How,
to them?
how far would you say? If you had to throw a number at it.
Throw me.
It's a 40-foot corridor.
40, cool. I'm gonna
Yeah, do it.
run my usual 30 feet.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna face step and be 30 feet in front, or 20 feet in front of them.
Oh,
Yeah.
And then I'm just gonna draw a glaive.
Do you create fire? Because you're still in summer, right?
I'm still a Springer Ladrin. Summer Ladrin.
Yes.
Because I haven't had a long sleep.
So what
they
does this
take-
look like?
So as I sort of run forward, take my 30 feet of movement, and then go to do my face step. I'm used to it being a rain cloud, but I think I sort of go off like a solar flare, and it just sort of roils through them. And I'm fairly sure it only does like 2 points of fire damage to 2 of them, but it's something. And I've hopefully set them on fire. I think I need to switch a room
up, look it
thing.
up,
I
look it up.
need to look a thing up, but it's definitely 2 points of fire damage to 2 of them because I can only land it on 2 of them.
Yeah, and I'm just like, full dash, just going down the
I would
hallway.
use my cunning
stomp,
action.
stomp. Yeah, you can
Dash.
go real fast. You
I've also got a bag of ball bearings.
and you still got your returning dagger for today.
Okay. So, as you face step the other side of them,
Yeah.
you enter into the stairwell over
Cool.
the shoulder, which is where they were running off to.
Not so fast.
Roll for initiative.
Let's go.
Nice.
Ooh. I'm gonna catch them.
Oh no.
I got a 19.
You got a 19. Lovely.
Can I take an action before the battle?
Nope.
But Miss, you're such a kind and benevolent. Do
He's not going to be that kind now. He's been a bit too kind.
now he's all the enemies.
Now he's gonna beat us up.
Go beat us up real bad.
So, yeah,
Anybody
what have
else?
you?
Yeah.
Brian?
Sorry, I'm 15.
You're a 15. Gail?
18.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
What'd you get?
5.
You have just like taken a turn, kind of.
Have
You're
just
already
kind-
close.
I'm already like, I'm 20 feet in front
Yeah.
of him, so.
Right. So, how are we going to run this? You suddenly appear in front of them, alerting them to there being a combat going on. Mm-hmm. You see 5 really well kitted out, strong. They look proper bruisers.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, we're in it. All right. I'm gonna run up on them, and I'm just gonna shout to the 5 of them. Hey, folks. I don't know what y'all are up to, or who paid you for this. All right, but I'm sure there's a way we could just, amicably resolve this situation. All right, I'm just gonna need whatever the formula was you took from that lockbox. How's that sound? Do they say anything? Do I get any kind of vibe off of them?
Once it's their turn, you're going to get a punch in the face.
All right, no, it's cool. I was like, and Dizzy's just like, all right, well,
But yeah.
stupid is as stupid does. Keza, fastball special.
All right.
I'd like to throw Keza.
Oh, you are challenging me right now. Oh, okay. How are we going to do this?
I tried to be nice. I think it's just a strength check.
Okay.
I'm not like the strongest person in the world, but
Well, okay. The way we'll run this, if you are going to coordinate with each other, that's a strength check for you, that's an acrobatics check for
Yeah.
you, and that's both of your actions taken.
Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah? Okay?
All right.
Then can I go into a rage beforehand?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Athletics, please. It's a 10.
Mine's a nat 20. This is a beautiful day. Beautiful night.
Okay, I will say with a 10.
It's like I get her half the way there and she Mario double jumps to get the rest of the way.
You manage to throw her down the corridor. It is quite a tight corridor. So it is a little bit clumsy, but you do manage to do it. But it doesn't launch you quite as far as you think. Or pretty much you could have run it anyway. But you go down, but the landing is beautiful. Like it's a fall and a front roly-poly, and then almost a practical ta-da at the end.
I think it's more like a proper like Avenger style, like
3
punch
point.
in the
Oh,
ground,
yeah.
like sort of style, like.
Does the iron come out into the ground?
Iron snaps into, and I click the button to create it into the actual like the great extension of it.
That's far cooler. Yes, we go into that. That's far cooler. Okay, we run straight into jail then.
Yeah, so Jail is going to use his cunning action dash to get about 30 feet forward. And then Jail's going to spill his bag of ball bearings. which covers 10 feet on that side. So basically, any creature that plans on moving in that covered area needs to succeed on a DC 10 dexterity saving throw or fall prone.
Just roll real good, and then it won't be a problem.
Nat 20! I get them too. You cast the ball bear easily, but there's just... They seem to just skid past their feet and then just start scattering down the staircase. It makes a lovely noise in this echoey chamber.
It's almost like rainfall. Oh wait, no, that's not my vibe at the minute.
And they just fly off into the stairwell in the middle, and you can hear them after a few seconds, probably in the next round, just pinging on the floor below.
Well, thought that pay out better in my head.
It was a nice bit. It was a nice
It was a
bit.
good idea.
Beautiful.
Joe. Good idea, Joe.
So, you've had your action in your turn, but would you like to do any movement?
Like you said, I'm not quite there, so I'll just take my movement towards them.
Yeah, you can absolutely do.
And just be like, right, guys, you're gonna give us what we want.
They need to come on all
You can
aggy.
get in front of them as well,
I think-
can't you? Being
Yeah,
small.
actually, yeah. Can I like? Because I've got my my feet, which allows me to move through like space, like a crowded space. Can I get like like move through them and get in front of them?
Because then it would be you and Wicker on one side of them,
Yeah.
and me and Gel on the other.
So I have my what's it? Where is it?
Is it a kobold thing or is it your feet
It's
thing?
my feet. So moving through crowded areas does not slow you down. Moving through another creature space does not count as difficult terrain. So can I move through them to get in front of them?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
cool.
will allow that.
So I'll just get in front of them. So I think I'm just a little bit in front of Wicker then, I guess.
You two just showing your power move, standing on the stage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come at me.
With me brolly.
You what? You what?
Come on then.
So, I believe that would be my turn.
Any change of heart? By any chance?
You sure you don't want to just give us that document, that
Nobody-
set of paperwork? No? No, not fancy it?
Nobody's hit him yet, right? We just kind of threw some ball bearings at them.
So, one's going to take a punch at you.
Yeah, that seems right and proper.
They take one attack with a sword that they suddenly whip out from there,
Oh, boy.
and it just suddenly extends. They're all of the tools that they have on them are discreetly packed and very well designed, and they just pull out this sword that just suddenly elongates, and they take one swipe at you, which is definitely a fail. Is the first one because I don't think 8 will hit.
No, funnily enough.
But how about the next one? Which would be a 10 to hit.
No,
Glorious day.
I'm easy to hit.
You've come running up as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's going to be 2 swipes at you. One is definitely a fail. There's no way that's going to hit you. And the next one is 19 to hit.
That does hit.
Okay.
Oh no.
10 damage. Slashing.
Nasty. Nasty business.
The next 3 are facing you two.
Come on, you what? You what? You want some?
I'll have you.
That would be 18 to hit you.
Yeah, 18 will hit me, I believe.
Can I just check? Have they closed within melee range of Keza?
Yeah. This is all very... It's all theatre of the mind at the moment, because you decided to have a combat that I hadn't built a set.
I'm definitely in front of you.
So if you're-
I've just moved it in front, so I'm right within range.
Cool.
You gave me a bunch of muscle-bound dudes in turtlenecks and body armor. What'd you expect?
That'll be 11 damage for you.
Is that half from raging?
Oh, you're raging? Yeah, then
Yeah,
half
because
it.
I asked if you could rage. You said yeah.
Yeah, so it's
cool.
5 then. And there's going to be another attack on you. That'll be 13 to hit.
13 misses.
Okay. A shot on you. Oh, 21 to hit.
That will do it.
That would only be 6 damage.
Yikes. Okay.
Next longsword against you. Oh, don't use my dice. 23 to hit.
Yeah, funnily enough.
But still only 6 damage.
Okay, that's 12.
You keep
right?
saying only.
And another 2 shots against you with the third and with the fifth and final. 18 to hit.
Yeah.
11 damage.
Is that halved?
Half it again, so that's 5. And the last hit. Oh, again. 21.
Yeah.
12 damage this time, so 6.
As that one comes into range to hit Keza, the last one, with my polearm master feat, as it enters my range, I can make an opportunity attack on it with my glaive as normal.
Fuck 'em up.
So I'd like to use my reaction to take a swipe at the last one that's just hit Keza. 12.
12 does not hit.
God dang it. Well, I tried. That's my reaction, so.
It's now actually your turn.
Oh, I love that for me. Whoever is the nearest in this bottleneck, I would like to attempt to swipe on sort of over the top of Keza's head because I've got that little bit of reach. I would like to have a go.
Go for it.
Amazing. And again, with the polearm master feat, I can use a bonus action to take an attack with the other end.
Yeah, come on, you got this. Get him with the brawl.
So it's technically 2 attacks, but one of them will be better than the other. 19 on the die.
19 does hit.
Amazing. So 19, 21, and 12.
Does not hit.
So the main attack hits, but the little bonus attack one doesn't. Is a smite a bonus action, or is that just something you can do? Divine Smite, when you hit with a melee weapon attack, you can expend one. No, when you hit with a melee weapon attack, you can expend 1 spell slot to add 2d8.
Smite his ass.
So I'm going to smite him. I've only got first level at the minute, so I'm going to add that on. 9, 10, 12 damage.
Okay, what does that look like?
Ooh, yeah, you summary.
I'm summary now, but it's so before it would have been sort of like a crack of thunder with when she was like the Spring Eladrin. And I think now, yeah, it's still sort of that solar flare thing that's going on. So as she sort of swings around with the brolly, which I think now looks like a parasol rather than a brolly, it's just a really long parasol. She's sort of holding the sort of rounded handle end. And as she cracks into them, it goes off like a solar flare, like it's coming sort of from the inside of his head. It sort of goes.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
I love that for me.
And it obviously startles them, but they're all still very cool, calm kung fu.
You don't get to get away today. You don't get to do that.
Dizzy is sort of taking everything in the way that these guys are like slashing at us and like messing up her friends, and like watching Wicker swing on them. Who like I've seen Wicker like delete someone with that with her brawly before, right? And Wicker's missing on these guys. Are out of the group of the turtleneck assailants, is anybody carrying a bag? Anything? Like, can I tell if one of? Can I figure out if one of them has the document, the formula, or like?
Make a perception check.
That's okay. Perception. Let's go.
Oh.
Son of a gun. That's only a 7.
They've all got rucksacks on, and you can't tell if any one of them particularly has the goods.
All right. Is that my action?
That's your action.
Damn. I'm gonna just free action.
Well, I'll let that be your bonus action, so you can still have an act.
I don't know which one it is, but like probability-wise, 1 in 5 ain't that bad. So just whichever one's nearest to me, I'm just gonna cast Catapult on the rucksack and just yoink it right at me. I want that rucksack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you read out Catapult for me, please?
I would love to read out Catapult for you because I think it's a great spell. Catapult. Choose one object weighing 1 to 5 pounds within range, the range being 60 feet.
Yeah, that's lovely.
The object flies in a straight line up to 90 feet in a direction that you choose. If the object would strike a creature, that creature must make a dexterity saving throw. But it doesn't, isn't being worn or carried. There it is. Okay. Damn it. All right. Well, all right, then I'm just going to cast Grease on the group.
Oh, beautiful.
Just
Beautiful.
fall. It's just a 10-foot square area on a point that I choose. Grease appears. Could everybody please make a dex save? All your baddies. They need to make a dex 15 save.
Oh, they all fail. Every single one of them.
Oh, you love to see it.
So
I love to see it.
Are they all prone?
You love to see
they're all
it.
prone.
Ho, 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 ho,
And then Dizzy just shouts, "Quick! Start grabbing bags!"
ho.
Start grabbing bags.
Wow.
Dizzy's had enough of this combat.
That's clutch.
Wow.
Can't use catapult? Fine, I'll make it greasy.
It's a spicy, spicy meatball.
So, as you cast grease, what does it look like?
It is. I think a lot of stuff on Dizzy. Like there's like the bandolier of like potion bottles that she's got, and so I think for grease, the glove has like this sort of hose that goes up the arm over the shoulder. You know, like a camelback, right? And so she basically just has like takes the hose off of her hip, clips this one potion into it, and so it just like makes this suction fit, and just suddenly like this black ooze goes just slow through the hose.
Great.
And then she like puts her fist up and just this one big black mess comes out, and just fills that space around them.
And it just slicks under their feet, and as soon as it makes contact between the sole of their shoe and the surface of the floor, just flip on their ass. Just full on old
Ass over
school
tea
Laurel
table.
and Hardy.
You don't look so cool now in your turtlenecks, huh?
And yeah, they all fall on their ass. Jail.
Do you want to notice anyone who's trying to get up with a bit of urgency?
Perception check.
14.
14. You don't necessarily get a sense of urgency from any one of them in particular. They are all quite surprised that they just got punked by some amateurs.
Excusez-moi.
But you do notice that there's one lady in the middle with kind of nice pink red hair going on, and like a really plunging neckline, more plunging than mine. Like,
So does the turtleneck still happen on her? She's just cut out.
she looks pretty stylish, yeah.
Right, okay.
Get her bag, get her bag.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to mug her bag.
It's just something funny to me about mug her bag.
I'm gonna mug,
Yeah.
not mug her for the bag.
No, I know, just mug her
the
bag.
Yeah, dagger in hand, the plan is to, cut the straps, set her loose, and just...
Oh, okay. So it's.
I probably will have to.
I mean, you can make a Dex 15 save?
Yeah.
Right? You can make a Dex 15 save.
Maybe.
You're Dexy.
I am Dexy.
Oh no!
Bud,
That cocked.
No,
No.
that's a natty one.
I said
mate.
from the beginning we can't count rolls if they go out the dice tray, and we set a precedent.
Yeah, but then we counted the nat 20
But then we
there.
counted that
I
nat
know, but I only like it when it works for me.
So, not only do you fail and fall prone,
so sorry.
but with a nat 1,
It's critical.
you slide out the door, down the staircase, down past Wicker and Keza, down a full flight of stairs. You are now prone and
Oh,
Oh.
now we're adding injury to insult.
Can't be one. It'd be like 1d6.
2 damage,
Okay.
2 bludgeon.
Straight to your pride.
Thank you, Dizzy.
Yeah, sorry.
And that'll be the end of your turn.
I'm so sorry.
Keza.
Cool. Kaza's going to try and grab this bag.
I can't
Because I
believe-
presumed I'm seeing, like, I would have seen what you would have tried to go for, but then just slipped past, like,
Yeah.
really. I'm going to try and go for the same lady.
You're after Tits McGee.
Yeah, I'm happy to take an opportunity attack if I'm going to go, because I'm obviously going to have to go
There's
past the
two
person.
people you've got to go past.
Yeah, so I'm going to try and take
Have they had a chance to get up?
Oh, they've fallen down.
They can attack. They just have to attack at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna move past them.
First one fails miserably.
My
Like-
AC's 15 if that helps.
Oh, and a 2 and a 3. I knew that it was not going to work. And the next one, the lowest being that, 10 to wound hit.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Because I'm gonna go into the grease, I'll have to make a dexterity saving throw, but because of my danger sense and it's something I can see,
Yes.
I get to roll with advantage.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's a nat 20 on the first one.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I've never rolled this good in my life.
Those dice are loaded.
I'm not. So I presume I can get
Absolutely,
past.
absolutely.
I'm gonna try and grab this bag off this.
If anybody can rip a strap.
Contested strength, I think it would be.
Okay, I get there's something raging. Advantage on strength checks and saving throw.
There we go. There we
There we
go.
go. No.
You didn't.
No.
You fucking did.
No.
Elaine!
Can't believe it. That's ridiculous.
However, they got 20 as well.
They got a nat 20.
They did not get a nat 20.
Right,
What's
so I
your
can
total?
still add my modifier to
Yeah.
this.
Oh.
Which, for my strength, if you remembered, I have a +5 to strength, so it's 25.
No.
You thought you did something? You thought you did something, bro?
So you managed to pull this rucksack away from her.
Cool. And I still have movement, right?
From where you ran to get past past all the slick and stuff like that, that would have only been like 10 feet or so.
Cool. So I'm gonna grab the bag. I can see like the rail for the stairwell, right? And it's like a spiral staircase,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Can I see like the next bit of stairs underneath?
Yes.
Cool. Can I jump over the stair rail down to the next set of steps?
Oh, okay. So that's a lot of stuff going on there.
Right.
This has been the most bonkers turn I've
That's-
seen in a long
Yeah.
time.
Movement. So-
I will accept that you can get up to it, but I think that trying to have the athletics to achieve it is probably another action.
Can I at least like sort of like get on top of it? Or
You can get ready to do that your next turn
Just
for sure.
holding the rail, getting ready to slide down.
yeah.
But all of that happening within that 6 seconds, I
Yeah.
think it would be pushing it to do more.
Yeah. Bonus action. I will do my draconic cry to any of the enemies that are within 10 feet of me. I probably would do this as I sort of moved away.
Okay.
And we're just like, it's like, you what? Have at it, mate.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
I fucking love barbarians.
We love a kobold barbarian.
okay.
Should we just actually stay and just start skewering them on me? No, I'm kidding. Run.
They'll stand up. You are still in range of at least 2 of them,
Okay.
so they're going to roll to attack you. One would be 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
The other one won't, because it'll only be a 10. And they take a slice at you for... Oh, okay. That would be 11 damage.
Half to 5.
After 5. Next one's going to take their 2 shots at you.
I'm all right. 15's my AC.
One of those will hit then, not the other
Okay.
one. And 7 rounded down.
3.
Mm-hmm.
Ow.
Dizzy would be unconscious.
Tits McGee's got back up.
Oh, good.
And she's like, "Get back here, you bitch!
Is that what she asked?
Oh, absolutely.
Come at me, you silly cow.
And she's going to go for you,
Go on then.
because you're in her way. 16 to hit.
Miss.
Oh, and they both miss.
Would have my reaction have come back by now? I don't know where we're up to.
Yes, because you took it before your turn, right?
But I've got my reaction back.
Yeah.
Amazing. So if she's entered melee range with her 5 foot reach,
Gonna give her a smack?
then she would provoke an opportunity attack by entering my range.
They would already, for where I visually see those two at the front being,
Okay.
you guys are right next to each other. You've never really moved out of 5 foot range of each other anyway. Jail, not so much. They've flown past you, sliding down the staircase. So no opportunity attack.
Cool. No problem.
Yeah.
Just wanted to check.
I've fully realized that with Jail sliding past them going down the stairs, like Dizzy standing there so proud of herself for casting grease, and it's just me by my lonesome on the other side of all these bad guys. And
Yeah.
oh, sugar.
And there's two standing in front of you with their slick chrome swords.
I got this.
So, okay, that's one that's definitely not hit. The other one would be a 22 to hit.
Yeah.
8 damage.
Oh, boy. Okay. I still got this.
And the next one goes to hit. One would be a 10 to hit.
No.
And the other one would be 18 to hit.
Yes.
13 damage.
Ooh. Oh, yikes.
I've slightly less got this. Yeah, cool. I'm up. I mean, I ain't dead.
We move on to Wicca.
Okay, so I've got affectionately named Tits McGee right in front of me, yeah?
Yes, you've
And
got
she's
it.
just called Keza a bit.
Oh, absolutely.
We ain't standing for that.
Bottler.
I pull out a bottle. I'm gonna go for it with the glaive and hopefully try and take the cow's head off. I'm not having a call my homegirl a bitch. I'm not having that. One's a 19 on the die. The other one is 14.
One hits, one doesn't.
Okie dokie. So, yeah, I'm fully going to add a smite onto this.
Yes.
Fully going to smite this silly cow.
Moo.
9, 16 to 21 damage of solar flare. I love that for me.
Human. Just human.
Fuming.
You light her up like a Christmas tree. And okay, back up to Dizzy. How are we looking?
Not great. So they're in between me and my friends, and there's another exit. There's a stairwell, and if I go back the way I came, I'm going back through the room and like running through the building, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there would be security guards arriving, but somebody's
don't have-
tied them up and locked them in a cupboard.
Yeah.
Then I think there's nothing to it but to do it. If they're both in front of me, that's unfortunate for them. I would Dizzy is going to pull. She hasn't done this in a while, but she finds these sort of like murky yellowish bottle off of the waist bandolier. The one that comes in the edible glass. And she just crunches it in between her tusks, just eats the bottle, right? And just and just starts vomiting up a ray of sickness. There's a reason.
So
there's a reason I'm trying to maximize my constitution. Could I get them both? Or actually, wait, no, I'm sorry. Ray of sickness. This one is just a ranged spell attack. It's not my day.
I'm going to move these out of the way.
It's fine. It is what it is. It's going to be a 14.
Does not hit.
I didn't think so. Well, that's it. That's it. Yeah, that's it. I miss, and do I turn and run? I think I have to. I'm just gonna have to risk it. I'm just gonna run away and just take them opportunity attacks and hope for the best.
Okay.
Oh boy!
One would be a 13 to hit,
Beats it.
and the other one was better than that.
Oh. Roll low, roll low, roll low.
All ones, baby.
14 damage
Is it total or just the first one?
total.
That's all right. So, you all watch Dizzy get slashed across the back with a sword and falls to the ground face first. And just sort of lays there for a second. And then punches her fist in the ground and gets back up. Because I'm a half-orc, baby. Relentless endurance. You ain't got nothing on me. I got 1 hit point. And I'm not looking good.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
I feel crazy.
Jail.
I'll get up and I'll just shout to Keza, throw me the bag.
You got it, bud.
Take my remaining movement just to get in a position where I can easily catch the bag or at least quickly grab it if it does fall.
We move on to you, Keza.
Cool. I'm going to drop the bag to where my jail is.
Can you do a bit of acrobatics to try and catch it? Please.
Please roll big. Roll so big.
Yes, that is 25.
Beautifully caught.
I'm going to dive over the
Yeah,
to the bit. Yeah, I just say that's like, see you later, you silly cow. My luck's just run out, guys.
No.
Is that one?
It's a natty one.
No.
Oh.
But still.
Okay. With a natty 1 trying to jump following the bag, you not only fall prone yourself, you knock into jail and knock them prone as well.
But we roll a bit down the stairs.
No, but you don't half feel the bruises. And I am going to roll for damage again.
I got real mad earlier when they called us amateurs, and I think I've come around on that opinion.
So that would be 4 damage to you both.
So that's 2 for me.
How are we looking?
I mean, well,
All right.
Can't be worse than me.
not as bad as you.
So as you diving, I think that you're moving out of range of one of them as well.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
So it'd be an attack of opportunity as well. Might be why you fell on your ass. That would be 21 to hit.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
8 damage, so half to 4.
Ow! Sorry, this is the apologies. That didn't go as well as I thought it was.
You clip your ankle, Kez. That's all it was.
Joe's like, not again.
The 3 at the front are all going to try and move down. This is including Tits McGee. So you get an attack of opportunity on one of them.
On one of them. Okay.
Because it counts as a reaction, right? So you only get one of those.
Yes.
I take it you want to do that on Tits McGee.
We gotta get out of this building, y'all. We gotta get out.
Just run in from now on.
13's not going to do it.
Nope.
No. That's my reaction.
So all 3 of them run past down to you guys.
How far? Are we quite far down? Are they dashing to get to us?
No, it's not going to take that. It's only like the normal flight of staircase. That's not 30 feet.
I would have just walked then. Never mind.
And they are taking the sensible
Okay.
route, avoiding some of the ball bearings that might be scattered and whatever leftover grease there might be. But they take the sensible route round, find you guys prone.
But I just forgot. I did my draconic cry. So did you take your attack with advantage?
I did not.
Wait, but
Oh,
no,
should've
that
taken
was
my
that.
attack with
Yeah,
advantage.
I just completely forgot that all
Yeah,
happened.
no, that's right, I
No,
forgot
never
too.
mind. I think actually because I've just had my turn, that's gone anyway.
Yeah.
So one of them's going to take a stab at you. That would be a 24 to hit and a 16 to hit.
The 16 meets it, beats it. The other one hits.
That would be 20 damage.
Excuse me?
Jail's dead.
Jail's unconscious.
Jail's unconscious.
Okay.
Oh, don't tell me he's dead. I'm like, how few hit points do you have?
Jail's unconscious.
The other two are going to take an attack at you. Another one's going to take an attack at you. Not so good. That would be 14 on one and definitely not on the other.
Yes, neither of those.
Neither one's okay. And Tits McGee over your lifeless form that is completely unable to fight back. Reaches down, picks up her rucksack, and makes a move to go past.
Can I take, because if she's right by Jill and I'm Richard, can I take an opportunity attack against her at a
It would be at a
disadvantage?
disadvantage, but yeah.
My luck's run out, guys, here. Yeah, that's not gonna hit, I presume. That is an 11 to hit.
That does not hit.
Yeah.
And she hasn't technically taken an action either. She's just going to take it and book it.
Okay, yes. Takes that.
So she starts moving off, dashing off, leaving 2 with you and 2 facing you, but you've just fallen on the floor all bloody and messy. So the other 2 are going to come through the corridor and see you. So, 2 hits from that. That would be 13 to hit.
Misses.
And the other one is less than that, so that misses. And the other one takes their 2 swipes at you. That would be a nat 20 for 25 and a 2. So that one.
No.
So yeah. 17 damage.
Hey, okay.
Hachi Machi.
Oh, that's bad, guys.
That was both of them, right?
Oh, good. Okay, and so if I'm looking up the stairs, they're in front of me.
They're right in front of you. You're both,
Amazing.
all 3 of you are right at the top of the stairs. You're back in the corridor for how far you managed to dash after you fell on the floor.
I don't think I made it past the room.
No.
Like,
You are
there still
crumpled
ones
halfway through the stairwell on the floor. Basically underneath Keza, who's writhing about on your still body.
Sorry, Jill, are you okay? Jill, speak to me.
No response.
So, let's shorthand this a little bit. You guys have had your asses effectively handed to you. There is a little back and forth and a little tussle, but effectively, these guys managed to make their getaway with their bags.
Hang on a minute. I think I've still got one last little trick up my sleeve, if I can be allowed to try something.
oh my god.
If it don't work, it don't work. If it don't work, it don't work.
I'll let you try.
I would like to use my last phase step
Okay.
to shoot 30 feet into an unoccupied space as close to Tits McGee as I can get.
Okay.
I would like to... Would that get me within 30 feet of her?
I'll allow that, yeah. For
Amazing. I would like to cast Compelled Duel on her.
Sure. Oh.
Go fight me, bitch!
Oh my god.
Okay. Okay. We're allowing this. We're allowing this.
Oh my god! Can she make me a wisdom save?
I'm gonna die in a Loumis.
Nat 20.
No, oh my god.
And then I'm going to use my action to get Jail up. I'm going to use Lay on Hands for 10 points
Yeah.
and get you up on your feet. And I'm like, guys, we need to fucking run now.
It's
right
bad.
now.
It's bad.
Yeah.
So, they make their way.
tried.
By the time you manage to get yourselves together and heal yourself up so you're off the brink, you try to follow them down thing. down the corridor, but for where you can see that they've got out at maybe the 18th floor or so, you can see already that there is a string of security guards alerted by the alarm that have just been rorted, because if you guys couldn't handle them, the common security guards certainly couldn't. And they have into the wind.
That sucks so bad. Oh, guys, my back hurts so much.
I'm so sorry. I didn't realise I could walk down the stairs. If I'd known that, I would have walked, Jail. I'm so sorry.
Jail can barely speak, but he's going to use his inspiring leader feat to just give everyone 10 big points.
You can't take it that. What's the speech?
Yeah.
What's inspiring?
It's speech, right?
Guys, I know we've just, we've been beaten black and blue. I mean, I'm on the verge of fucking death. Our fucking bones are crushed, but you know what? We'll have them next time. We just, there's no victory without losses. That's what some wise commander I read in a book said. Actually, it was a cartoon character, but
It's a cartoon cat.
it was a cartoon cat. Yeah. So, yeah, let's just keep our chin up, guys, and he just coughs up blood.
Beautiful. And on that moment, we shall finish the episode. That went really well, guys.
Yeah, really well. Really
You
well.
had me so on my toes. Oh, really? Like, things they went real sideways. It was really interesting. It was so fun.
Chaos.
We can't even be mad because it's not even like we could have just left. We didn't have to try to fight them. We could have left.
You can see him.
I know.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
know.
no,
needed
it was
the
worth the
vibe.
try. For sure,
needed
it
the
was worth a try.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever fictionally had my ass handed to me that badly before.
See, I can be mad. I tried to leave. I tried to leave twice.
I tried to leave, just the way I did it wasn't the best.
You guys held up really well. You gave them a run for their money. They will remember you.
They better.
I'm tired.
I need to go to bed.
Well, in that case, we better say goodbye. Thank you for being with us for this episode number 4. Come back and see what happens from all of this mess. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye,
Ciao.
everybody.